This is a very interesting question, and I would like to share my personal experience. So, I went to a forum actually, and it was dedicated to Gen AI and how best we can select use cases for Gen AI. I just called for a show of hands to people that how many of them are actually having a real good use cases where they can specifically say that they are having a good ROI and it is a scalable model. So just show of hands, and out of almost more than 100 people, there were 3 people who raised their hand. So think about the kind of buzz which Gen AI is right now having from last year, of course because of the OpenAI Foundation and Microsoft getting into things. But in terms of actually deploying it, in terms of actually scaling it, it has been challenging for the industry. And that is where I see that you can give people fancy technology, you can give people a lot of great stuff. Somewhere industry and people have to learn how to make best use of it, if there is a scalability content around it or not. And when I'm looking at use cases around Gen AI, my typical focus is that it is not just going to be efficiency driven, but it has to bring in those kind of insights which makes me look at data, look at things in a different angle. The way I perceive things, it has to be entirely different. And third point is about that whatever insights I am getting, whatever things I am getting, I want help around what I should be doing next about it. So if there is no next best action, then there is very little use of having great technology and great mixture of things. This is also a learning journey for me, where I'm going through this transition, and I will say that more or less the transition is complete as well. Often the domain, so let's say that someone is from technology domain, someone is from sales domain, someone is from supply chain. When you have a typical X years of experience in some domain, you already know stuff, you already know that how things work, how the process flow is going to be. It's just the different semantics and the different people. I believe the more work has to be done about understanding people, understanding the psyche, what works, what doesn't work, what's the DNA of the organization, what is the things which are making organizations succeed, what are the things which you will like to inculcate more so that organization even moves further. So I think rather than understanding the technology aspect and the ecosystem, which of course a senior leader will have to understand, and they will understand. I don't think there's any challenge around it. As I said, that you are experienced enough and you can get into those kind of things. It's more about interacting with people, interacting with what matters to them, what best you can do so that they succeed, and when they succeed is the end success of organization. Of course, whenever a leader also succeeds with that. I think you by now know that I attend comparatively very less events, and this is my absolute favorite event which I like to attend. The reason is that I get to meet so many people who are in the ecosystem, people who are working with organizations, CIOs and CDIOs just like me, and then the entire ecosystem, the fraternity comes over here. This is a place where we actually exchange thoughts, we exchange what is working, and if something is not working, what can be done about it. So this is a very clear forum and place which helps us to engage and if needed disengage.